In this video, we are going to learn about offset paths. So let us first take a square. You can hold down Shift and drag it to make a square. Now, this, the properties of the square are over here. So there is no fill and there is a stroke, that is the border of 1 pixel. So we are going to increase it to, let us say, 10 pixels. Now we are going to give offset path for this. So you go to object, here you have something called path, in that you have offset path, click on it. So here the offset can be given in both negative and positive values. If you give a positive value, it is going to be outside the shape, and if you give a negative value, it's going to be inside the shape. So here, whatever offset it is going to create, it's going to be of the same border size of the previous square. So earlier we have given the stroke of 10 pixels over here. So when we give 20 pixels over here, there's going to be a gap of 10 pixels and another 10 pixels for the offset path. So that makes a total of 20. If we give 10, then there's not going to be any gap. See. So there won't be any gap. If you change the color, you can see it even more clearly. So there is no space. So this works like that. So this is how offset path works. Now let us see the different offset paths. So we select our square again. Now let us give a negative value and see what happens. We go to object, path, offset path, and let us say -10. So it creates an offset path inside the square. So let me give another color so that it's clear. Remove the fill, and for the stroke, let us say orange. So you can see the black is our original square, the orange one is the offset path we've created by giving a negative value, and the red is the offset path we've created by giving a positive value. Now let us see what are the different types of offset. I'm going to take a duplicate by holding Alt and dragging it. So this is a duplicate square. Now object, path, and offset path. So first let us try the round one. So as you can see, this square doesn't have any rounded corners, whereas we can give rounded corners to the offset path. So this can be 10 pixels or 20 pixels or 30 pixels. It's totally our wish. So if you give 30, it's going to be further far, like that. Let us try giving a negative value. So let us select our initial square, object, path, offset path, -10 or 20. Okay, let us see 10 first. So we've given a negative value. Let us give a different color. So there is no rounded corners, right? Now let us try giving it to the offset path we've created by giving a positive value. Let us try. So object, path, offset path with a negative value. Let us take 20, give it some space. Okay, let us give a different color to see how it ended up. Okay, this one has rounded corners. Now let us check the next type, that is bevel. Now I take one more duplicate by holding Alt and dragging it. Object, okay, let us select it first. A square, object, path, offset path, 20 pixels, bevel. So this is the shape we get. Now let us see it with a negative value. Object, path, offset path, -20 pixels, does not give us any shape other than the square. So maybe it's not giving it inside because the thickness is too much. So let us try giving a lesser border. So shift and drag. Let us say the stroke is just 2 pixels like this. Okay, now let us make it a bit smaller. There you go. Now after you select it, object, path, offset path, and well, nope, nothing's happening. Object, path, offset path, -10 does not give a different shape either. So we take one more duplicate. Object, path, offset path. Let's try with round. No, this doesn't give a rounder shape either.